monkey says I quit. I quit. I quit.
Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on those notifications. And once you're done, leave a comment down below and I just might end up responding. Fun fact, when I started this topic, I thought the higher powers that be wanted me to talk about relationship cheating. So honorable mention, Lana, the conniving bitch. There's a whole sort of ways a match can end in WWE. You could pin your opponent to the mat, submit them, be the first to escape the cage, pin them to the wall like Big Show is doing for some reason, but none comes with more controversy than disqualification. And 9 times out of 9.5, that means one of the wrestlers got a little bit antsy and decided to plug in his real life cheat codes. I'm D Wicked from Watch WWE, and here's 10 of my favorite times wrestlers cheated to get the W. Number 10, Eddie Guerrero. 15 years ago to the day, at least as of recording this video, Eddie Guerrero pulled off one of the greatest wrestling heists by winning his first and only ever world championship in what can only be considered one of WWE's most legendarily fantastic moments of all time. Well, no, it could also be referred to as the crowning achievement for one of WWE's most beloved wrestlers of all time. And probably a couple other things. During his WWE Championship match against Brock Lesnar at No Way Out 2004, Eddie found himself in an all too familiar position with a knocked out referee and illegal weaponry at his disposal. Technically, Lesnar is the one who tried to lie, cheat, and steal his way into a victory in this match, but with one beautifully countered F5 into a DDT onto the title belt, Eddie Guerrero was just one frog splash away from his magnum opus.
Here it comes, Cole. Counter! Out of the goal! Out of the goal! Out of the goal! Eddie Guerrero!
Number 9, the McMahons? Oh, no. Vince cheated someone? No. Well, my eyes can hardly even believe the words that I typed down onto this Google document, but I guess it's true, ladies and gentlemen. I guess it's true. The McMahon family aren't all that holy after all. King of the Ring 1999 took place smack dab in the middle of that legendary Monday Night Wars winning feud between Stone Cold Steve Austin and, as I've just been informed, the apparently evil Vincent Kennedy McMahon. I'll just leave this clip of him sipping holy water on screen until he finally, wait for it, yep, and there it is. Evil incarnate. The tail end of the match pitting Austin against both father and son McMahon in a ladder match for control of WWE saw the Rattlesnake literally inches away from victory before the briefcase just mysteriously raised itself. Technically, still to this day, 20 years later, we still do not know who raised the briefcase. But like, it was pretty obviously the McMahons.
What the hell is that?
Number 8, Triple H. If you're gonna cheat, why not just jump up to the top of the Sintona pole and make it a murder? Or at least an attempted murder, as I can think of no other way to describe what the game tried playing over the Big Show. Despite not participating in the tag team Buried Alive match pitting Undertaker and Big Show against the Rock and Sock Connection, the cerebral assassin decided to give assassination a legitimate try with a crack to the skull thanks to old reliable Sledgehammer. Seriously, I don't care if it's the Big Show and his neck muscles are superior to all other wrestlers. In kayfabe, he is dead and either reincarnated or Paul White was replaced. You cannot tell me otherwise.
Now, Triple H, Sledgehammer, what? Look out! Oh my! To the back of the skull of the Big Show!
Number 7, Twins. Up next, we've got something of a double entry, so call this a top 11 list and thank me down in the comment section below. Because while everyone knows that the Bella Twins loved employing their twinliness to pick up some sleazy W's, that sounds like a bar I don't ever want to find myself stumbling into. While the Bellas were obviously the most well-known users and abusers of essentially having clones, I tend to prefer seeing Kurt Angle's variant because, you know, it's Kurt Angle. Plus, Kurt only busted it out like twice in his entire career, so it felt incredibly fresh and different whenever Eric Angle showed up and played pretend dead Kurt.
Wait a minute! Oh, a roll-up! What's the... Yes, it is!
Number 6, William Regal via royalty. 2001 saw the great run of William Regal as WWF Commissioner, but unlike his current day stint as NXT General Manager, Regal held that position of power while still actively competing on the roster. So basically, step on the man's toes and walk out with the whole foot in your ass. Well, no one loves stepping on the toes of annoying people more than Mr. Krister Jerister, who found himself falling repeated victim to Regal's incessant abuse for weeks leading up to Backlash 2001, where the pair faced off in a Duchess's Rules match. What the hell is a Duchess's Rule match? Basically, Jericho would be about to win the match via a moonsault. Duchess would claim, nah, the first round of the fight's already over. Jericho was just about to tap William Regal with the walls of Jericho. Duchess decides submissions just don't count anymore. So basically, she's the worst. The Duchess finally did get what was coming her way with a horrendous looking walls of Jericho, but unfortunately Chris was the one broken down by the end of the match.
This could be an international incident. Oh my God, he's put on. What? Oh, good Lord.
Number 5, William Regal, but it's actually Spike Dudley. God bless you, William Regal, for your excellence. You get 2 entries on this list, mostly because of all the weapon gimmicks out there. I think Regal's brass knuckles are my absolute favorite. It sure as hell beats Triple H's sledgehammer. Again, attempted murder. There's just something so great about the knuckles. I can't tell if it's the weapon itself, the way Regal always hides them in his trousers, or the fact that it's just the fact that it's just William Regal being William Regal. But they're the best. So naturally, given that it's William Regal, their best ever usage came at his own expense.
I think this is going to be a short match. Spike's got the nuts. Hey, you can't do that. Spike's got the brass nuts. He just KO'd Regal.
Number 4, Eddie Guerrero. We listed Eddie's crowning achievement earlier, so why not carry that legacy on a bit more and list off his magnum opus, successfully defending that WWE Championship at WrestleMania 20. Fighting off against Kurt Angle, Eddie managed to sneak off with a victory in the slipperiest of circumstances, quite literally sliding out of the angle lock via untied shoelaces in order to get the small package victory over the Olympic hero. Yeah, maybe this isn't that much of cheating, but first off, it's Eddie Guerrero, so you already don't care. Second, according to WWE's own canon, i.e. Eva Marie's late 2016 run that I reference way too much, missing wardrobe pieces technically do end a match on the spot, and the referee clearly saw Eddie's shoe go loose, so it kind of adds to the list of lies, cheats, and steals.
Just tap out and just go lock. Just tap it. Wait a minute. Foot came off. Look at this. Small package. 1, 2.
Number 3, Bret Hart. Oh, WCW, you really were something else, and something bad, too. I recently read The Death of WCW, and among the unfathomable levels of idiotic ideas and moments, one that actually sticks out pretty vividly is just how horribly they handled Bret Hart, who at the time was the single biggest star in all of wrestling, but that's a story for a different day. However, in this rare instance, they actually did paint Bret as at least a somewhat intelligent ring veteran. Calling out Goldberg on the spot, Bill came down to confront the Hitman, only to immediately say "F it" and charge at him with a spear. Only one problem there, Bergmite. Bret was prepared for the blow, hiding a steel plate underneath his Maple Leafs jersey, and overall doing a bit more damage to Goldberg than the spear did to him.
But that's not the referee counting, and this doesn't count.
Number 2, The Rock. Dwayne Johnson versus Mick Foley, 1999 Royal Rumble. The Rock and Mankind had one hell of a pre-Rock and Sock connection. A bitter feud that might have never hit the personal highs that this I Quit match managed. While being a legitimate wedge between the two men in real life due to the immense number, all 10 chair shots Foley took to the head in front of his family with no apologies from The Rock backstage, the talk of this match's town is actually Dwayne abusing that I Quit rule, taking a pre-recording of Mick saying the words I quit weeks before their match and having them played while Mankind laid unconsciously with his face on the concrete so no one could tell the difference.
Your monkey says I quit. I quit. I quit.
And number 1, it's The Rock yet again. The Rock and Sox connection goes even further back than you might realize. Mick Foley was the corporate stooge of sorts for Vincent Kennedy McMazzle, heading into Vince Russo's creative claim to fame, 1998's Survivor Series. You might know it as Deadly Games. A tournament designed to crown a new WWF champion, Foley took on Steve Austin in the semifinals as the McMahon backing him threw everything in the kitchen sink at Steve Austin to ensure that he would not be in the finals. Mick got it done, and once Foley won his match and The Rock won his match, it was set: Corporate Foley versus Babyface Rock. Except there was just one problem, Mick. The Rock was secretly corporate the whole time. Cue McMahon turning on Mick Foley in what we'll call the only ever properly done rehashing of the Montreal Screwjob, and one of the legitimately greatest bits of cheating you will ever see in wrestling.
Sharpshooter! Hey, McMahon said ring the bell. Wait a minute. What?
You smell what The Rock is cooking.
And those are 10 times... I always forget the wording of the titles. And those are 10 of the best examples of wrestlers getting caught cheating on camera. What are your thoughts? Let us know in the comments down below. After liking the video, subscribe to the channel, notifications to dip out.